Chris, you shouldn't freak out so much. It's just game. Why you have to be mad?
You just shot your best friend. What kind of person are you?
Yeah, but I remember watching the Bakugan. I need to rewatch Bakugan actually. Because I remember like when I was like 13, going on like watchcartoononline.com or something, and watching the first series. I can't remember anything that happened in it. And then there's like 5 shows, each have a different thing happen in it. Like the first show being about the Bakugan appearing, and the second show about them going to New Vestroia, which is the world
Nova
of the
Scotia?
Nova Scotia, yes. The world that the Bakugan come from. And then
what happened to old Biscoito?
Something happened in like the finale of the show, I think. I think something about like when the Bakugan came to their human world originally. We're talking about Bakugan, Chris.
Actually, you're talking about Bakugan.
Man, that show was actually kind of okay.
You know what I've noticed? I've seen clips of this Yu-Gi-Oh spin-off, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Zexal.
Zexal?
Is it Zexal? I always called it Zexal. I never watched it.
One thing I noticed was that...
It's not a spin-off either. It's the thing where, like, the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Had 5 seasons, and then the second show was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and the third show was Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, then the fourth show is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and I think there's a 5th one now.
But one thing I noticed is that, like, the hair. Their hair is just so weird.
Is it, like, more, like, floofy than anime hair? The only anime you've ever watched is, like, Code Geass.
Yeah, but, like...
And, like, Code Geass has some of the most tame anime hair.
Yeah. But, like, well, I've seen clips of it, and I'm just thinking... That hair is probably the only defining character trait about them.
No. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Had pretty good characters, the original. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, I watched around, like, halfway through the final season. I don't know why I stopped. I think I stopped. I just didn't have time. I think I started. This is, like, in 6th, 7th grade. 5Ds is like, I think every character has like a different motivation, a different message. Like, Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! The first one. His like whole thing was like, I want to be a good player. And then like there was obviously the Pharaoh inside of him in the Millennium Puzzle who would like take over.
Pharaoh?
Yeah, the Pharaoh. Remember?
Is that why he had the Pyramid Flava Flav deal?
Yeah, and that's why he was a kid and then he turned into the adult half the time. Because that would be the Pharaoh taking control. Atem, that's his name. Atem. That's a very important spoiler for the final season. Actually, it's not that important. Actually, Pharaoh's like, I don't remember who I am, and then you're like, you're Atem, and he's like, oh, yeah, and then like,
come on, Barney, let's fight some gremlins.
And then like the final like episode or whatever was Yuki, the kid, having doing a game against the Pharaoh, and like because they used to be like huge fair share, same body or whatever, or something like that because of the Millennium Puzzle, and then like the Pharaoh summoned all 3 Egyptian gods, and like Yugi's kind of like and then Yugi's like, you may have gods, but I got this sword man guy, and somehow through reasons he won against all 3 Egyptian god cards somehow. It was a pretty cool thing. And then Jaden, so Yugi was the main character from Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is the main character is Jaden Yugi. I don't know why it is Yugi in his name. And at the very beginning, like the first episode, like he's going to a school for talented Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Talented dueling monsters is what it's called or whatever. Duel monsters? I can't remember. He's going to a school specifically for it.
Yeah. And
like on his way to go there, he bumps into Yugi, but like it may have been the Pharaoh. I'm not sure. It could have either been Yugi grown up or the Pharaoh. I don't remember what happened with the Pharaoh at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! I just know that Yugi beat him. I don't know if they still shared the same body or whatever. But the Pharaoh. I'm keep calling it the Pharaoh because like that's why I remember it as. The Pharaoh, that's what he looked like, rather, gave him a winged Karibo card, and Karibo's like one of the most useless characters. And somehow, like Jaden always like uses the card in almost every battle he does, and he always wins because of it somehow. I don't. And
Garrett, do you want to fight No God?
Sure, fine. Oh, I remember this one.
Oh god, then some Greklin are gonna show up.
So, Jaden's whole thing is like, I want to be the best Yu-Gi-Oh player, the best Duel Monsters player ever. And that's his goal. It's kind of different from Yugi's. He's much more, hype about things.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone underestimates him because, like, the school is divided into 3 tiers for, Slifers, because the 3 Egyptian god cards is Slifer, Sky Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor, and the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Yeah.
And Slifer is red, the Winged Dragon is gold, and Obelisk is blue. And objectively, Obelisk as a card is worse, and with Slifer being medium, and then Ra being the best. But the way the school worked with every character was every student was a part of a certain group, and their ranking was each rank was an Egyptian god card. But the worst one was Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Yeah.
So they were called Slifer Slackers, and like you would get promoted the more you the better you are at Duel Monsters.
This guy's just shooting point blank. Dumbass.
And the second tier was the Winged Dragon of Ra people, Ra Yellow, and then the highest people were the Obelisk Blue. And it made no sense because Obelisk was objectively the worst one. I mean, at least you could have made Ra the best one. But and like your lodgings and the food you get are determined by what rank you are. Like Slifer people get like regular bad school food, and then like Raw Yellow get like really good cooked food, and then like the Obelisk people get like gourmet stuff. Yeah. And Jaden Yugi's like, I want to be the best there ever was.
I wanna be.
Yeah, he's gonna get all the cards. That's his real test. And because he's virtuous and stuff, like, he could have gotten upgraded to yellow, but he's like, I don't want to leave my friends behind in Slifer. But then his friends all moved up to raw yellow, but he still stayed as Slifer red for some reason. So that whole plot point just got stupid.
You know, as you do.
As it happens. And then, like, actual really world-ending things start happening in, like, the third season with, like, zombie people. Basically, like, you get your well, this kind of happened in season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh, the first one. But these like zombie trainer
I believe
people.
You've been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh for 10 minutes straight.
No, we gotta talk more about it. I need to tell you everything about this show I sunk time into that I don't care about anymore. So people, if you lost a game to these zombie people, you would everyone had a bracelet, and every time they lost a game, they would have some of their energy siphoned from them. Or every time they played, rather, they would have energy siphoned from them to power this thingy. And every time, if you, like, lost all your energy, or you lost to a, no, that's not how it works. All the zombie people would be like, duel me, and, like, pretty much you would always win. But you kept getting your strength taken away, and as soon as you lost, they would keep coming at you again to duel them again and again and again. So, like, eventually you would just, like, lose all your energy and lose to the people, or have them, like, crowd around you and take away and zombify you or whatever, so you do the duel me thing again. It was actually a pretty cool thing, and, like, literally, like, there were, like, people barricading walls, and people coming through the roof, and breaking down walls and glass and stuff. It was pretty cool. Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Yeah. I didn't finish that That's the thing that I stopped at. And like there were like another 3 Egyptian god card thing, except it wasn't actually Egyptian gods. There was like 3 old ones or something. And it was just the Egyptian god card, but more powerful. As you do. And that's when I stopped. I was like in the middle of zombie people. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds happened, and my Russian friend who I don't talk to anymore was all like...
His name was Vasily,
No,
Chernobyl.
No, his name was Nikita Khrushchev. His name was actually Nikita. Name drop, by the way.
Hi, Nikita.
Hi.
I stole your friend.
He's not gonna watch us. If he even remembers me. It was like when I was like 10 or something. You could have saved that man, Chris.
He didn't die from the explosion.
What did he die from?
I don't know. Like he exploded. Like the explosion happened and then he fell over.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, but you could have exploded it before he got there. You can just explode the thingy, Chris. All I know from what he told me was that Zexal, the main character, was all about like, it's my destiny to win. And it was all like, destiny. And that's all I know about him. And then Zexal came out, and now there's another one called friggin', I don't know, something. It's on the 5th one, maybe the 6th one. Chris, you're really skilled at this game. How long does it take you to beat this game?
I don't know. I've never beat it.
You've never beat it?
Nope.
Chris! Like, for all the time you talk about this game and play this game, where do you usually stop? Is it because you never beat it in one sitting that you're like, I gotta play through it all over again because I'm not getting the full experience? Is that it? Is that why you stop?
I don't know. I just like pick it up and then I stop and then...
Why don't you continue your game instead of starting a new one? How about that for apples? Sometimes, Chris.
I mostly just play Synergy and Sven.
Have you beaten Sven?
Yeah. Like, I've the only games I haven't beaten, if you didn't notice, I used air quotes there for
Chris,
the audience.
Chris, people can tell by the tone of your voice.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, I've pretty much beaten all the main Half-Life games except for the Gearbox ones.
Which are?
Opposing Force and Blue Shift.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I never got around to beating them. Actually, I think I beat Blue Shift by accident, but it was, like, because of a glitch that, made the game, like, load a map that was a lot farther along in the story than it was supposed to. Yeah, that was weird.
Maybe it was just an actual, like, what happened.
No. I know there was stuff that I missed. But yeah, it was kind of fun playing with Ash and Fire and failing miserably at the...
name-dropping people they don't even know, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, you gotta bring them on first before you can name-drop people.
I have a friend who used to live in...
Spell her name. Is it A-S-H-E or A-S-H?
A-S-H. Actually, it's spelled L-I-B-B-Y, but everyone calls her Ash.
I don't understand why. Some nicknames I don't understand.
It's internet.
I know.
We met online.
Chris, you're online.
But, what was I saying? Yeah, she used to live in Tennessee, now she lives in Texas.
Tejas.
And my friend Fire lives in Ontario.
Canada.
And yeah, that's all you need to know. Without that, we won't that right away.
We have lots of inside jokes about Fire, but like maybe we'll tell. But we have to have stories to remember first.
Yeah.
All we know is that he's annoying a lot.
Love you, Fire.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love you when you're behaving. But like. He's very... What's the word? What's the word, Chris?
Takes himself too seriously?
Yeah, he takes everything way too seriously. Like, he's like my mom.